Hey, Victoria.
Hey girl, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, child. I got caught by the train. I'm like, oh Lord, let me hurry up and get in here. So,
It been raining for 2 days. You in Columbus, right?
uh-huh.
Been raining for 2 days.
Two, three, I think. And then
Yeah.
I don't know, you probably just heard the train. If you heard it, I was caught by it.
Girl, I don't know what that was. I just heard a loud boom. I don't know what it was. I'm on St. Mary's. I know our lights was out when I woke up this morning. I guess they had a power outage.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. The internet been acting weird, all kind
That's
of
what
crazy
I'm
stuff.
saying. Today just ain't been the day. I don't know what's going on, but today has not
Mm-mm.
been the day, honey.
I don't know. Did you live? Let's see. You said St. Mary, so that's closer to
Oh,
Fort Benning. That's probably why you're at that
uh-huh.
boom.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'm sorry, Fort Moore.
Yeah.
Girl. Well, hey everybody. Me and her just talking about stuff in our city. It's weird that I get to talk to somebody in my city, y'all. Because our city is a little bit different. We're not gonna judge her, but Columbus can be very divided in things. So I'm so glad to have you all. You guys come on in the room. This is going to be, let me go ahead and set the tone. The tone for this evening is going to be interactive. Okay, because we do have some people that will have a learning curve, right? With Canva, and then we have others that are going to be a little bit more seasoned. So, just to make sure that we accommodate everybody's learning style. I did make sure that I put it out for 2 hours. If you have to leave, I definitely do understand. If you attended, you will get the replay, um, but the people that didn't attend will have to pay for the replay. So, just to make sure that you guys understand that as well. But again, we're going to make sure that we accommodate everybody's learning style. Y'all give me 1 second. All right. So I want you guys to go ahead and pull up Canva if you have it. If you don't have Canva and if you've never used Canva, go ahead and put it in the chat for me so I can understand, the climate of the types of learning styles that I'll need to accommodate tonight. If you are seasoned with Canva, let me know. This is going to be, I won't say introductory. It's going to be, I'm going to say intermediate. Okay. Because then there's like far, far advanced more things that you can do in Canva that takes a little bit more time, right? And a little bit more experience, and then of course a little bit more teaching. But for what we'll be doing tonight, we're going to work on creating stories, and then we're also going to work on creating flyers. And I'm going to show you guys how to resize your images. So, say if you want to change a business card to a billboard or a flyer to a poster or whatever like that, then you don't necessarily have to recreate the entire graphic all over again. You can just resize it, put it on a lot of you guys here know that I'm Patrice Valentine. I'm the owner of 1028 Wealth Management Associates. I have been working with Canva since Canva came out back in 2016. Okay. So all of the changes that Canva has had, all of, I'm sorry. What was the last thing y'all heard me say? Because I think my service had got disconnected.
I think we heard everything. The
Oh,
computer just went out.
okay. Um, so I'm pretty seasoned and I know my way around Canva. So if I'm moving too fast, you can definitely unmute. Again, like I said, this is going to be interactive. So if you need me to slow down, if you need me to go back and show you how I did something, please do not hesitate to unmute yourself and let me know so that I can make sure that you understand how I did everything. All of you who attended, again, will also get the replay. So if it's something that you just don't quite get, you'll be able to go back and watch this as well for yourself. That way you can understand how to do it. So the first things first is we're going to start with stories. So when you're in Canva, your homepage is pretty much going to look like this. I have Canva Pro. If you don't have Canva Pro, it's okay. I'm going to show you guys how to design without having to use Canva Pro. But this is pretty much how your homepage is going to look. Anytime that I'm designing stories, and the reason, let me tell y'all, because this is called Canva to Cash, right? The reason why I use stories, y'all, is because stories be going up. Not only is it a good way for you to actually measure, y'all can't see the screen. Okay, thank you for telling me. Hold on, let me fix that. Okay. You guys should be able to see it now. Let me know. But not only should you be able to measure the views, right, that you'll get on your stories, you can also ask questions in your stories. It's a really quick call to action. A lot of people spend a lot of time in stories. You'll also get to see who saw your stories for the most part. Unless your page is set to public, and then there's people that may not be your friends or following you that may see your stories, and so you won't be able to identify them. But it just kind of gives you a good gauge on the viewership, right? Versus making a static post, like just a flyer, just a business card, just a graphic or a template. And that puts you in a position where, you can't really see the viewership. Like you can't gauge how many people came across your actual promo. So the other good thing about stories is it's a little bit more personable. So people actually can respond to you via messenger, right? Some people don't like to know, they don't like other people to know who they're working with. I spent a lot of time as an entrepreneur, and there you will be amazed at some of the people that I've worked with. You will be surprised at some of the people that have worked with me. And you guys would never know it, because I like to keep, I'm not even gonna lie, I gatekeep my contacts now. I foster and gatekeep my contacts, because, and I caution everybody to do that too, because the higher that you go, or the more success that you acquire, the more exclusive you'll probably become, right? Because honestly, my goal is not to be visible. At some point in my life, I want to be able to have my business run without my face, and have other people do it for me, and I just reap the benefits. So I can definitely say, if that's something that, you are interested in doing, then it's definitely going to be beneficial for you to gatekeep your contacts. Because you don't want you just want to be more exclusive. You don't want to be diluted out here, right? And so when I say gatekeep, I don't mean that you can't share your contacts with other people. I just mean that there needs to be a threshold, right? Like a filter that people pass through to get to your contacts. Because think of what type of hoops you had to jump through to get to where you're at, right? And some of the things that you know, and some of the people that you know, who know other things, right? Think of the things that the work that you had to put in, or even just being blessed and highly favored, and being that maybe God gave you that contact, right? It's good to steward those relationships, in my opinion. If y'all agree with me, you can put an emoji in the chat or a number one. If not, I understand, but that's just how I think. So what we're going to do is up here and if you can also design on your phone. I'm not showing you mobile tonight, but I actually design on my phone sometimes too when I'm in the bed. So up here in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see where it says create a design. This is going to bring you up an opportunity to figure out what type of design you want to create. So you can always do stories or whatever like that. But what I find when I pick stories is that, because they got Instagram story, they got your story. What I find when I pick stories is that it doesn't actually adapt well to all platforms that use the story format. So I actually like to just do mobile video. So I'm going to type in mobile, and then video. Mobile video is the third one down. And we're going to start a new situation. Okay. So a lot of you guys may know that Canva already has a lot of pre-loaded templates that you can use. And this is great because if you are lost on what you want to do, then you can always grab one of these and use it for yourself, right? And it doesn't require so much creativity. So if this is something on the go, like if I did a good morning one, I would just go ahead and select this situation right here, and I would like, probably change my colors, right, to fit like whatever my business is. But you don't have to do that. So we're gonna delete this. Where's the background? Come on, there we go. All right. So what I like to do, y'all, and I'm actually gonna give you guys this as well. I have a suite of mobile videos that you guys can use for the backgrounds in your stories if you would like. But you can grab video from all over the web that's not yours, and it can be faceless so that you're not necessarily taking somebody else's content, but you're just utilizing it so that it gives your video an aesthetic, so to speak. And then you have some creators out here that actually will go around the internet and pull those videos from various places, and they will compile them for you, and then you can purchase them that way. But you can literally just go to Pinterest or TikTok and pull videos from other creators. So let's see. I'm gonna check the chat real quick to see what level. Okay, basics from Etsy, basics. Okay, and I think the rest of my people in here have some kind of basic knowledge about it. Cool, cool, cool. So you guys know what elements are. I'm actually going to go to uploads, and I'm going to do videos. And like I said, you guys can go to Pinterest and you can pull certain videos that match your aesthetic if you would like to. These are all faceless, so you're not going to see any one creator in there. If you do, like, let's say for instance this one, I didn't use this one because it's so many people's faces in it, so I wouldn't use that one. But then I would use this one because you can't see her face at all, right? So for instance, we're just going to go ahead and use this video. We don't want her audio, so we're not going to worry about that. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and actually, instead of cutting it down, you're going to right click the video and you're going to set it as a background. Now if you guys don't have any videos to use, you can go to elements and let's just do person typing. It's probably going to show me a close-up. Yeah, it is. Let's see. Black woman at office. All right. So you can literally choose any one of these. And what I like about the videos that you can get from Canva is that some of them are like videos of multiple frames of the same video. So like this woman here is the same woman here, right? So if I was trying to make like a continuation and I wanted to look like more of a vibe or a commercial, then I would choose frames from the same type of video, right? And sometimes it's easy to find them and sometimes a little bit difficult. So let me actually make a new page. If I chose her, okay, I thought they was gonna let me come up with the other videos. Let me see. So when you click these little three dots right here on anything in Canva, as far as elements go, it's gonna give you like information, like elements. So let's see. Not sleep tired African woman at work. I'm done. So you can view more by rolling camera. Let's see what they got in there. And then this will give you all the videos that particular creator uploaded to Canva. I don't see my black woman yet, but let me type in African because they definitely said African. Okay, so there she is. Boom, boom. Same woman, same woman. So if I wanted to make like a commercial and a continuation, then I would choose like the same person. She looks to be frustrated. So, I mean, a lot of us, I think everybody is in the tax industry. So, hold on, I got somebody trying to come in. I think everybody is in the tax industry. So, I mean, frustration is actually a good pain point, right? Then you got her with her man, and they might be discussing finances. Whatever the narrative is, you can paint that picture for your viewers, right? This is her again at the office, right? I think that might be her. I'm not sure. But I don't know if y'all see where I'm going with it. But if you wanted to make like a commercial, then you could do that in Canva. All right. So if you needed to choose any videos, then you could come to elements, type in whatever it is you're looking for, and then it'll come up with these different videos. And then you could choose that video. You can right click it and you can set video as background. Okay. So, but I'm going to work with what I pulled from Pinterest. So I set it as a background, but as you can see, all of these different things come up. And this was actually TikTok. I'm sorry, y'all. So all these different things come up. And because of that, I don't want that there. So I'm going to double click this and I'm going to try to resize it. I need this to come down. No, what are you doing? Okay, it's not going to let me do it. So let me detach it from the background. And I'm going to have to just manually resize it, because I don't want any of that in the frame. Bring that down. Still a little bit more. All right. So now we got her in frame, and that's going to be our background. Okay. Now I know you guys can see where this big play button is right here, and that's because I screen recorded this. So I'm actually going to go down here to the bottom, and I'm going to just make this video a little bit shorter so I can get rid of that. So you see how it went away? Because I just moved the video forward. That's all. My favorite rule of thumb that people may not talk about, anytime that you're making a story, I like to think about music. I'm a little bit artistic, y'all, so I dabble in like different types of arts. And in music, you have 8 counts mostly. And so when you're thinking about like playing the music for the background of your reel, 8 seconds is probably typically going to be the best option, so that when the music cuts off, it's not so jarring. Like it's just not an abrupt like cut off, and then you moving on to new music. Now, if you really want to get savvy, some people will play continuous music over a few different slides, but I don't be having all that time. So I'm not going to do all that. So far, what we've done is just grab a we started, we created a design, we went to mobile video versus using stories as our dimensions, and we added a video to the background, and we resized the video so that all of the other stuff wasn't showing in the background. Okay, boom. So the funny thing about mobile video is there are a lot of moving parts, as you can see. If I was to hit play, and what happens sometimes with your fonts is that they can get lost, right? So you see how that white, it shows up, but it's not like popping. That's part of the problem that some people miss when they are creating stories. So what I like to do is I like to come over to elements, come out of this, and I'm just going to grab me a little shape, and I'm going to cover the entire image with this. So now this covers the entire frame or the entire dimension for the mobile video. But I'm not going to keep it like this. I'm going to make it transparent. So you can choose whatever color you like. I mostly like to do black, or I'll do a nice white, depending on, how I want the vibe to come across. And then that gives your font the opportunity to stand out more. So we went with a fresh theme. Let's say these are your business colors. You could even do this. You could change that to one of these colors, right? If you wanted to. Let's go ahead and do a soft pink. And I'm going to add my heading. So this is what I want you guys to realize. When people are designing, a lot of times they put way too much information on what they're designing. People do not like to read. Can we all agree on that? The attention span is getting smaller and smaller as we age, right? Can we all agree on that? So you don't want people to have to read too much information. Plus, you only got 8 seconds, 8 to 16 seconds that you're gonna have this person's attention. So you don't want to confuse them, or you just don't want them to get overwhelmed and they just don't even catch what they need to catch, right? So I'm going to ask a question. Who has a focus product? Like, what's something that you're trying to ultimately sell right now? Or what's your promo? Like, what are you promoting right now? You can put it in the chat, or you can unmute, because we're going to go ahead and design off of it. Let's see. Tech services for home-based businesses, 7K advances. Okay. So Whitney Tech Software. Let's do tech services for home-based businesses. This is actually, and the reason why I did that is because it's actually a good video to go with that. So when you think about home-based businesses, what are going to be some of your target audience? Is it going to be like creators? Is it going to be like work from home moms, stay at home moms? Like, what would you call your audience, or who you're directly speaking to?
Yep. So mostly work from home moms. And yep, to keep it simple, that's what I'm kind of focusing on.
All
You know,
right.
the hustlers that, just kind of need better education on how to work their business like a business.
Okay. So one thing about me, y'all, I can sell really well, but marketing and branding have a baby, and the baby is sales. So it's a whole process when you're trying to break down what you want to say to your audience to get them to move forward. So I'm going to go ahead and call out my target audience. Today is going to be work from home mom. So I'm just going to ask a question. Are you a work from home mom? Right. So I got this in hot pink. I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to make work from home mom a different color, because I need that to stand out. I do not like the space between these letters. So I'm actually, or between the lines. So I'm actually going to reduce the line space to bring that closer so that it's more flush. And I'm going to make that similar. So are you a work from home mom? I know my font is very basic, but that's what you want. And I just told my team this the other day. When you start doing stuff like, let's see. Let me actually. When you start doing stuff like this, because y'all want to be fancy, it's going to be hard for people to read that on the go. Not only that, the font is so thin. I would literally have to make this like this big for somebody to be able to see that, right? You might think to yourself, oh, I want it to be aesthetically pleasing, but who's going to read that? They're watching stories, they're on the go, right? So you don't want to confuse your audience with the cute fonts. Like, I hate this font right here. I'm not even gonna lie. No shade to nobody that be using it, but I literally hate this font. It's been overused for the past 10 years, y'all, and people will not let it die. This one is a little bit better, but all I'm trying to say is you just want things to be visible and quick to digest. Okay. That's why this is called Canva to Coins. I'm not just teaching you how to design, I'm teaching you how to sell with your designs too. All right. So are you a work from home mom? And I need a question mark. Okay, boom. So actually, I don't like how that's stacked on top of each other, and I'm gonna make this smaller. Oh, this is what I want y'all to keep in mind. Normally, like up here, this whole like I would say 1/8 of the screen, it's not gonna be cut off, but you know it's gonna have like your profile picture, it's gonna have the music listed, it's gonna have other stuff over here. So you want to make sure that you're keeping your design to a minimum. Also on Facebook, when you post a story, it's also gonna show up on your feed. So when it shows up on your actual Facebook feed, it's gonna cut all of this off. All of this at the top is gonna be cut off, and a majority of the bottom is going to be cut off because it has to go in your feed. So then the only way that they'll be able to see the true full video is in your stories. So you just want to keep that in mind when you're designing, not to go like all the way up here. Canva does give you some guidelines, but even these guidelines, because I tried them, are still not good enough. So you want to go ahead and bring that a little bit under that. Okay. And even this is gonna have it like right at the tippy top. So I try to design like more towards the middle. All right. And then I'm gonna minimize this because I want this to be all on one line. Actually. All right. Are you a work from home mom? And let me bring this transparency up so it can make sure I can make sure it stands out a little bit. The other thing that you can do to make your font stand out a little bit more is go to effects and then hit lift. So it gives it like a very subtle shadow that makes it stand out a little bit more so that you can see it better. All right. So are you a work from home mom? Boom. What is it that, oh, you're doing tax services for home-based businesses. So what I like to do is I like to pique interest with a fun fact or some little uncommon information, um things that people can deduct. What's something that you would like to let them know that's like a little known fact, Whitney?
The home office, how the home office works is one of them.
All right.
So did you know you can deduct, I guess something like, did you know you can deduct your home office and maybe like kind of let them know about security alarms and all the, all the little extra stuff that they may be able to deduct.
Okay.
And, expenses, I'll keep it simple and stay at that first one.
Let's use the verbiage that they probably gonna use. Write off these things. So we're gonna do a little checklist real quick for them. So I don't like how it's all like the same. So what I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna put something on the background behind this. Now you can do this in effects if you would like to. I normally will just go grab something to put behind it, like a square or something like that. But you can also use this and it's still relevant. Only thing about this is you want to make sure that the color is something that you're gonna like. So you can change this to the baby pink because it's opaque now, or you can change it to white. You can change it to the blue if you would like to, or whatever your colors are. I always challenge people to play with colors because, again, we're dealing with visibility. Some people are colorblind, y'all. So when you're dealing with yellows, reds, electric blues, and purples and stuff like that, sometimes it can throw people off. So you want to make sure that you're using something that's going to be soft to the eyes and not jarring. So I'm just gonna go with this. Write off these things, and then I'm gonna come down here with my checklist. So normally what I do is I just duplicate things. I'm not finna go back and refine the fonts or nothing like that. Right. So what you say? Security. Let's do home security. And I'll make this smaller in a second. Home security, you can deduct office equipment.
Yep. I was about to say yep, equipment.
Okay. You can deduct supplies. You can deduct certain utilities. Right? What else can you deduct?
Mileage, travel.
Okay. Mileage, travel. Mileage. Okay. So now that I got that, I'm just gonna go ahead and format this. So of course I don't like how I got my bullets out here. They look crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and make them. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and make them flush. And I like to do this so I can make sure I align my things properly. So this can be dead center and under here. And I'm actually going to change the color of these because now we're sitting on top of her and it looks a little like to me, right? It might look okay to y'all, but to me it's like a little loud. So I'm going to change the color of this to blue. And that made it like softer on the eyes. So write off these things. Now you need a call to action. Cause how they gonna write them off, right? You could say DM me, you could say find out more, you could say download my ebook, you could say whatever you want to say. So I'm just gonna say DM me because if you're not monetized like me, y'all, I'm a whole Facebook OG. Facebook done wrote articles about me, y'all. I'm a meta leader, all of that good stuff. They done flew me out to the Capitol a couple of years ago to speak to what you call them people, lawmakers, about how social media impacts small businesses in our different regions, all kind of stuff, right? I got hats from Meta, I got bottles, boxes, like Meta, like let me tell y'all, but all of that, and I still am not monetized on Facebook, y'all. I have an OG account, so my account has been the same account since I think 2006. And maybe that's part of the problem. I don't know, but I did start another account and I still couldn't get monetization. I don't care really because I'm gonna make money regardless on this platform, and I always have. Okay, so that's why I'm telling y'all, like, if you're monetized, then you'll be able to put a link in here. But I'm not monetized, so I have to tell people to DM me on my personal stories. If I'm doing it on my actual business page, which does have some monetization capabilities, then I can put a link on there. But I do most of my connecting on my actual personal page than I do on my business page. My business is more corporate, like it's dry. So I'm gonna just tell everybody to DM me. So I'm gonna just duplicate this, boom, boom, and I'm gonna bring that down. Notice I'm not all the way down here, y'all. Do not do that. DM me for more text tips. Or we could say DM me
Or
to
schedule a call or something.
right, schedule your consultation. Schedule a text consultation. Right? So now we got everything all formatted. We got it laid out how we want to. Da 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 da. It's all cute. Colors are right. Everything like that. And I'm actually gonna change this to blue. Sorry, y'all. Now that's better for me in my eyes. So another thing that I like to do is I'll go over here to elements and I'll type in like arrow, right? Because I need to draw your eye down the page. So I might grab something like this And this can be like my standout color. And I'll actually put that somewhere like here and duplicate it a few times. 1, 2, and then move everything else up a little bit. So how y'all think that look? It looks basic, right? But it's effective because now, besides having everything formatted, aligned properly, colors looking good, got me some little pops of color right here so that I'm drawing your eye down a page. At this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to animate these things, right? So I'm going to bring them to life. We already got animation in the background, so that's nice. But I like for things to continue to be animated. So, like, this one, because this is my target audience, I'm probably gonna make this like come in real like big, right? So I might do something like burst, or I might do something like that, which was pulse. My favorite is stomp, but I don't see it. They changed it. Ooh. Okay, pop. There it is. So you can play with the speed. I don't like mine to go that fast, but I like it to be animated so that it gives visual focus to the things that I want you to look at, right? So these things right here, when you select separate things, if you click on it and then hit shift, click on the next thing and the next thing, you can actually group these things together. That way, if you ever have to like move it around, you're not having to move every individual element. Or if you need to do something real quick, you can do it real quick. So with these, I like that one. And then I think I'm gonna make this underline. Here we go. And then I'm gonna get them to see this as well. All right, that's too slow. Let me see how fast it might go. Let me see. I don't like that. Hold on. They changed up how they did some of the things, so this is actually my first time seeing that one, which is crazy. What they mean direction? Oh, it just slides to the okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't know. If you want to use that when you can, I might find something else to do with it. I don't like that. Nope. So you can just roll your mouse over it to see which one you like. I like that one because it's soft. All right, so boom. Now you got your things. I don't know why they say morning. Let me click on that and remove that. Ooh, okay. So now we're just gonna bring it back to the front. Oh, also, like I said, you can go ahead and actually bring this down to 8 seconds so that it doesn't end abruptly with your music. Ooh, 8 seconds, y'all. Okay. So now I'm gonna start it from the beginning and play it. It might still have her voice on here, but all right, so we don't want her voice on there. Let's do the audio. You can do audio right here in Canva too. Volume of videos on auto page. That's not what I wanted to do. It's actually, oh, this is why. So I should have adjusted the video volume and everything like that beforehand. So I just moved this over to the side so that I can expose the actual video. That way I can um edit this video. So I'm gonna edit the video audio. So we're going to delete this audio. Where is it at, baby? Oh, once I extract it, then it's gonna list it under the video, and then I can actually delete it by clicking those three dots and hit delete track. So now it's silent. And then I can move this back. Okay. And then if I wanted to add audio, I'm telling y'all, they just moved some stuff around. And I don't know what they did, but I'm about to find out. Okay. Because it used to have it. Let's go to apps. So I'm going down my list over here, and I went to apps. I'm just going to type in audio and hit enter. All right. So now they have all these different like lo-fi sounds, different things that you could try. So you could just hit play. I don't like that. Hate that. And again, this is if you actually wanted to add the music in Canva. Oh, they got Green Day on here. I don't want that though. But anyway, if you wanted to get your audio from Canva, you can, or you could just go ahead and download it like this. And when you go to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or wherever you're gonna upload your story, then you can add sound there, which is what most people do. That's what I do, right? So that would be a way for you to do that. But anyway, this is your mobile video. So let me show you if you wanted to do a continuation, because this is just your mobile video for what it is, right? But let's say you wanted to add a continuation. We're going to hit this and then hit those three dots, and we're going to duplicate this page. So now we got two. And what you can do is my little secret, y'all. Right here, if y'all see this little, it's sort of an arrow pointing to the right. If you click on this and you hit match and move, what's going to happen is, say if I took all of this off, and I wanted to bring these three things up and actually make this font bigger, what's going to happen is, now when I play it, the transition is going to, why did they do it on that side? Hold on, let me move this over. Oh, that's because I was designing on that side. Okay, this is how I wanted it. Oh, did it keep the thing? Nope. Okay, match and move, y'all. So when you do this part, now when you start your video, it's going to have everything like that. The music's playing. Y'all can see her moving in the background, doing her thing or whatever. And then it's going to move everything like a smooth transition. And I actually didn't animate it over here in this screen. So, or, oh, it is animated, but it didn't really do much. It's on the word, that's why. Okay. I'll probably choose like a different animation so that it breaks it up. So now when we start the video over, you can see how the things pop out and what they do. And then you see how that moved, and it just kind of like made it bigger, and it gave them like a reminder to schedule their consultation with you. So that didn't take us very long. Long as you know what you want to put on there, then you're going to be able to build these out pretty quickly. So just a recap, right? We made sure that because this is a mobile video and fonts can look crazy on there, because you see how they look? right? If your brand colors don't show up on the video, go ahead and put an overlay. And I did that by choosing an element. From here, I chose the square and I just resized it and I made it transparent, right? So that you can still see the video playing in the background. Then I made sure that I called out my target audience. I gave them a quick tip or some things that they can do. And then I wanted to feed their eyes down the page to my call to action, right? I wanted this to be a continuation because I really wanted them to understand to DM me to schedule your consultation. So then I just did that. And I also went through and just chose the different types of effects that I liked. That's not what I wanted. I mean, animations that I liked on the video. So, of course, it's simple and it looks basic, but when you put this in Facebook, not only is it branded, or I do a lot on Facebook, even on TikTok, not only is it branded, excuse me, so it's like specific for your brand. So you can put your logo on here too. Like, I mean, this don't match my brand, but I'm gonna just throw my logo up there for whatever reason. I did not mean to do that. Right. So sometimes I like put my logo up there or whatever, remove the background. Background remover has now since been moved to Canva Pro, it looks like. So anytime you see this little crown right here, that means that it's gonna be Canva Pro. Okay. But and you see how, like, because I have a gold logo, it don't really show up good. I can edit this and I can add a shadow. I normally do outline and bring it all the way down. That look crazy. Hold on. So you could do that, or I can go back to shadows and I can change the intensity to bring it down so that it's softer. So now you can see my logo a little bit more visibly versus it just being how it was. So now, like I said, not only is this branded, you have some visual cues, you have call to actions, you're calling out your target audience, you're giving them a tip, information, you're telling them to DM you, it has your brand colors on there, and you got a nice video in the background. Like I said about stories, people make stories very personable because they can just message you directly from your stories. Or if you're already monetized, you can put a link. Instead of saying DM me to schedule, you could put the link right there, or you could still say this and then put the link. It's up to you, however you would like to do that. Make sure that you keep all of everything that you're trying to do. Make sure you keep it like in this general area. Don't go too high and don't go too low because it's going to get cut off by either words, the music, comments, or not comments on stories, but if it's a reel, um comments, it'll have stuff over here like your like button, your share button, and I think like if you want to save it or whatever like that, it's gonna have like your profile, probably your profile picture, and then your profile name. And then it's gonna have like the music playing, all this other stuff is gonna be like all around this border. So you want to make sure that you keep your design in this general area. Okay. So that is how I would do a mobile video. And you could do this so many different ways. Um, so like if I was designing for Whitney, then now I'm gonna create this next video. I'm actually gonna remove this because I got a few minutes. And y'all can just watch me create this. And if y'all have questions, I will assist you with it. So type gradient is a really good tool in Canva. And you will find that under apps. I can't spell, y'all. Why is it not coming up? Hmm. Then how did I find type gradient? Oh, there it is. I'm sorry, y'all. So when you go to apps and then go to search, you can put in type gradient. It's gonna be this G with this bar in it, and that's gonna help you. How did you how did you get to extract the sound? Let me go back. I don't know if I could put it back on there. Let me see. I went to audio and then I hit extract and then it'll extract it for you. And then I deleted the track because I don't want it. Now, if you like whatever it was that you downloaded, then you could keep it. But I'll delete it. All right. Um, so type gradient. Once you're in type gradient, you can see that it already creates like a preset gradient for you. So, like, say if I was gonna go with Zen's $7,000 cash advance. 1 second, y'all. Okay, so if I wanted to do the 7K advance for Zen, you're welcome, Breon. Then I'm gonna just put my little. This is where you would type what you want to see right here. So I'm gonna just type in 7,000. Oh, okay. That is not what I wanted. Come on now. So this is how you position your gradient to be. I typically will do it this way. But you can do it however you want to do it. The more you stretch it, the more of one color you'll see versus the other one. Um, and different things like that. Like if I wanted to bring this down because that color is blue at the top, you'll see more of that versus the color that's under it, which is purple. And then here is where your gradient is, right? So I love metallics. I love everything to look metallic. If hot pink is one of my brand colors, I'm gonna make sure I choose that. Um, and I'm gonna make that on either side. And then in the middle, one thing you don't want to do is go like straight up white. Okay. I know in your head you think that white would be the color to use, but it's not, as you can see. I mean, you can use that, but it just doesn't look, what's the word? It look crazy. You could use that for something, right? But it's not as soft as if you used a lighter gray or something. Let me bring it down. So I'm not really using like straight up white. You see the difference? And I know it might look crazy right now, but you'll see when I move this part. Because now I'm going to stretch that silver part out. Try not to go outside of this screen because once you do that, you're going to lose that bubble right there and it's going to be locked like that forever. You're going to start all over again, okay? So if you're going to be moving these little dials, move them within the space. And I'm actually going to change this because that looks a little green, I think, because it's blue. And so I'm going to go back with a pink color. It's going to look blue either way, huh? Let's do a light pink. So that looks less harsh, right? So I'm going to add that to my design. Now I got a metallic 7,000. Now, if you want to add more to that, so let's say I'm just going with these brand colors that I used that's already in here. And I want my background to be, ooh, okay, no. this color, right? I like this. It looks good, but I want my chrome to be a little bit more chromier. So I'm gonna go to elements, and I'm gonna type in lens flare. Now, because my Canva is on like a white type of theme, and I don't know how to change this to the dark theme, because I seen somebody with a dark theme the other day. I was like, why don't I know that? You see how that makes like a nice, like glowy element? I don't want it to be that big. So you can put that like right in the dead center of like what you're doing. But see, I don't like that one because it's circular, and my stripe is more linear, right? And I know I'm being like really anal about what I'm doing, but this is why my stuff be looking like, you know, how it's supposed to look. I don't know how to explain it. This is the one I'm looking for. So you see how this is more linear? I'm going to follow the line. And I'm going to make this smaller because I don't want it to be like bling blow. And I'm going to just put that like at the top of my 0. And I'm also going to make this transparent a little bit. So it does give me like still a glow effect, but not like too much. Like it ain't doing too much, right? Do I want it right there? It's really the positioning how I did it. Let me make it brighter again because I think I made it too transparent. And I can put it right there and make it smaller. So that just makes it pop a little bit more, right? If you really wanted this to pop, then what you could do is you could go ahead and actually download this as a PNG, make it a transparent background. We're only going to do the current page that we're on, so that's page 3, and I'm going to download that 7K. And I'm doing this for a reason, y'all. So now that I have that downloaded, I'm going to go over here to my uploads. Download. And here it is on a transparent background. And I'm going to show y'all why I did that. I did that because I actually want to add a shadow to this. So I'm going to bring this in so that it's smaller. And let's make it big just like the other one. And let's go to edit, shadows, drop. Now see how that made it like pop even more? So this, basic. This, fine. So that's just a way for you to like, and I don't do that on all my elements, y'all. Like my whole page is not going to be like that. I'm only going to do that with certain things. So it might be like this number. I might make like 1,000 might be the number or whatever like that. So I know that what I'm telling y'all to do may be like a little bit tedious, right? But you don't have to have like everything on here look like that. So I might say up here for my text, let's change it this color. Let's not. Okay, that's better. All right. So for my text, I might be like, up to. And remember, I told y'all if y'all want y'all words to pop, then you can use lift. So I can say up to $7,000. I'm gonna duplicate this. advances, right? So the only thing that I worked hard on was this 7,000. I didn't work hard on nothing else on here, just the 7,000. So you could do that. Let's see. Let's do a call to action. And I'm gonna say, let me change this to white actually. And or let's say, um, let's say, recoup your holiday spending. Remember, I told y'all I don't like the spacing, so I'm gonna change the line space and bring that closer and bring that down. Recoup your holiday spending up to 7,000 advances. We'll say in your bank account. And I'm gonna make this smaller because I want it all on one line. And then I'm gonna duplicate this because I'm gonna make a second line, and I'm gonna say 24 to 48 hours. Right? So this is very basic at best. We got a little pizzazz with our number. This is how you make any color metallic. I don't care if your thing is purple. I don't care if it's green, blue, orange, whatever. I showed you guys how to make it metallic. And I'm gonna move these up. Remember, we're in our sweet spot on these videos and not outside of that. So let's add some elements. Let's do a Christmas tree. All right, I don't like that one. I like this one. And I'm gonna position this to the back because I needed to be behind everything. And I'm gonna go ahead and make it really big. And I'm also gonna make it off center. And I'm also going to make it transparent because you can't see the text on top of it. Right? And then you could actually get like, let's do a pink gift. Oh, that's pretty. I want it to be more hot pink, so I'm gonna choose this one and I'm gonna make it smaller. And I'm going to edit it with a filter. Now you can either edit it with a filter or you could go to duotone and you could do it like that. And we want this to actually be white, so we're gonna move that over. Right, and you can actually change the color of that to, I don't remember what it was that we used for this one, but I know it ain't that. Um, this is more purple. Let me try to see if I can get the color value with just my eyes. That's close, real close. All right, and then I'm actually gonna not change that because remember I told y'all white looks really like contrasting. I'm actually gonna make it like more of a light pink. So I'm gonna go here. So y'all can do it that way. Oh, oops. I did not mean to click off of it. Edit, duotone, and the intensity. I'm gonna take that intensity down some so that it's not like out of control. So now I got, a pink gift here or whatever, just tying in my colors or whatever like that. And then let's add some money. So one that I like, I don't know if I typed in money blast or what, but I don't think so. Let's do money pop. Nope. Money. Let's just type in money. So it's up to you what type of money you want to use. I typically will use this one. Oh, here it is. This is one of my favorites. I'm not gonna lie, it came out of nowhere, y'all. I'm gonna hit background remover on this one. And the reason why I like this one, because I'm gonna put this behind this gift. And it just look like it's money popping out, right? So I could do that. Is this? That's already got effects on it. Make it smaller. You know what? Maybe let me play with the colors a little bit. White. Because you want it to stand out, but you don't want it to be hard for people to read it. So I'm actually going to rotate this a little bit so it's not like right up on that word and it's still readable. Because I don't like to do too much on mine. That's just me. Some people like having money everywhere and it looking crazy, but this is just me. Okay. So this is another, reel that I mean, not real, but story that you can do. The good thing about stories on Facebook, when you post it in stories, then you can actually go back and repurpose it as a reel because it'll say post as a reel. And you can do that as well so that it shows up in your reels. So with this is something, because I like this money pop coming in the way that I want it, I'm gonna now see these animations are totally different than the ones that we were looking at a few minutes ago. Because what is spray paint? Okay, interesting. All right, Canva, doing too much of nothing. Um, you could do rise, you could do pop because it's literally coming out of the back of the gift. I wouldn't do stomp. This is a good one. Photo rise is a good one, or photo flow. Those are good ones because the money is like coming up and you can play with the intensity. So like I just made it more intense and then you can play with the direction. Of course, we want it to come up. So there's one. And then I want this to be animated as well. And again, y'all can always play with how you want yours to look. You can play with the speed, you can play with the intensity, you can play with the information. So I'm actually going to put a background on these. Ooh, not black. Change the background color. Change it to white and then change the color of the font. And I need to move this one down. You can keep them together if you want to, or you can move it down. It's up to you. But this one, these two, I want this to stand out too because I know that people. I got the tree. I know that people are gonna want to know that they can get their money quick. So I'm gonna select these both, and I'm gonna animate this one, but I'm gonna do Flickr, and I'm gonna change the speed. What? Why did it do that? I just wanted it to flicker. Okay. So it's kind of like a little, like a little neon sign, like something for people to see. So this is if you have like a static background, but you just what's the word? You animate the elements that are on your thing. All right. So down here at the bottom, I'm gonna just stretch this out to 8 because remember what I said about music, it's gonna be on beats most of the time at 8 seconds. All right. So when people are watching your stories on Facebook, imagine you had music playing or whatever like that. You got your information going. This is your first story. You're telling them to DM you because they work from home mom and they can get right off certain things with their home office. Now we're moving over to your 7K advances, telling them it'll be in their bank account in 24 to 48 hours, right? And then maybe you could put like a testimonial here. So I'll be like, with this one, grab me a nice little curved element. And y'all quiet on me. Y'all ain't said nothing. I'm just up here designing in my own little world. What's going on? How y'all feeling?
Great information so far. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Is anybody lost? Anybody need me to go back over anything? Are y'all bored?
No, I would like for you, when you did the extract, was it because you put those, like where you got duration at the bottom? I'm trying to go through it because I kind of learn as I do it. So how you have duration, like, is it because you put two videos together? Is that why it says duration?
Where you see duration? Oh, down here?
Like
That's
I'm trying to pull that up on my end. Like where you see how you editing the videos right there, all that. I don't see that yet.
Are you on a computer?
I'm
trying to think on why yours might not be showing. Can you screenshot it or take a picture of it and send it to my messenger?
Okay, I'm about to do it
so I
now.
can see what you see, and I might be able to help you like pull it up.
Okay, I'm gonna do it now.
So like this might be like a testimonial. So I'm gonna just be like, boom, what our clients are saying. Make this white. And then I'm gonna just put me a little quick testimonial. I duplicated that twice. But y'all know that little Lorem Ipsum. Right, and then I would just probably put like the client's name. Oh, I duplicated that twice. So we'll say this is Sheila Ramos of, we'll say WFH Moms Inc. Right? I'm actually gonna do that. Oh, it was on Canva. Okay. So anyway, like you could do a quick little testimonial here or whatever. Like these are just things that could be playing in your story every single day. This is already at 7.9 seconds. I might make that go to 8 or whatever, just like because I do stuff like that, but it could stay at 7.9 seconds. Actually, it's not because the video is only 7.9 seconds long. Okay. So when people are viewing your stories, then they'll see all of this. What I can say is make sure you put your most important information to the front, because as your stories run out, then these others will become more visible. What might happen on stories is people will see this and then they'll look at it and then they might click off and they'll never see like any of these other things. So always put your most important things to the front. So to me, most important would be social proof and promo, right? People need money in their bank account 24 to 48 hours. Social proof is always the best or one of the best forms of marketing. And then that'll get them hooked on like, oh, why should I? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this lady said da 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 da. So now I'm gonna look at the rest of her stuff, right? Now you got tips specifically about the work from home moms, all that other stuff. Gucci. Okay, boom. So now we're done with stories. How did y'all like that tutorial? Was it complicated? Is it something that you feel like I missed? Is it something you want to add? Let me know.
I definitely learned something new, so good job. I didn't know what I was going to learn today, but thank you.
All right. Anybody else?
And you say you mainly get yours from Pinterest, your photos.
My videos.
Okay.
I'm gonna find. So I do have like a thing. I think I got like a thing with like 100 something videos on there that are faceless, and you'll see some of the ones that are already in Pinterest, but it won't. Like you won't have to do the work. The videos will already be there, and you could just put them in Canva, upload them to your Canva, and then you could just use those on repeat however you want to use them. So I'll get those to everybody that attended tonight.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll send that out to y'all sometime between tonight and tomorrow. Cause y'all, I'm the CEO and the worker for my cleaning company, so we're not gonna talk about that. I was rushing to get home because I had just got through cleaning the lawyer's office. Okay, Breon sent me. Okay, down there at the bottom. Okay, yours says timer. When you click on timer, what does that do?
It literally brings up a big timer, like with 5 minutes on it. And then it's as if, I don't know if it's making like it's a voiceover or something, because I clicked it. The timer is going out, but I don't. That's why I was saying I don't see your little dot.
I think it's because you on a video. No, that ain't it. That didn't change for me. Girl, I'm trying to mimic what you got going on. No, Brian. That's the first time I ever seen that. If you click off of the video and just on like that white background, will it still show that timer thing at the bottom?
Yeah, it still has timer at the bottom. And I was trying to go through literally everything that you did. Like I put the background on, not the background, but you know how you put that the shadow over the video? I did that as well. And it's still like it doesn't, because I'm trying to get to that app extract part that you have, and that's
for the audio.
Yes, and I was like, I don't see it in my. It's like I can't even pull that video, like make it like yours. Like I'm trying to do that little combining technique that you taught.
The match and move.
Yeah.
Okay, so one thing, I think your video actually may not have audio because it looked like you pulled that video from Canva.
Yes.
Okay, so it may not have audio to extract. So that's that part. But I'm still confused on why the bottom of your, like, you don't see this part. That's crazy.
Okay, so maybe do I need
you're also not on a mobile video. You're on. Let's pause for the calls, y'all. Let me see if I can actually mimic what you got going on. I'm gonna just make a page.
Oh, the reason why it's not mobile because the setup I have.
Yep. So now mine looks like yours, where it say timer.
Okay, so how did you get to that mobile video part? How did you?
Let me show you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go to create a design, and I typed in mobile, and then I chose mobile video. And then once you choose mobile video, you should be able to see what I saw. Let me refresh it because I don't even see my little video.
Yes, ma'am. That's exactly what it was.
Perfect. Okay, because girl, I was like, dang, I don't know what happened. Okay.
Thank you.
Cool. Perfect. No problem. Okay. So now we're gonna get ready to. It's 8:21. I told y'all this class will be 2 hours. We might get done more quickly. But we're gonna go ahead and move on to flyers. Okay. So I'm gonna go back home, create a design, type in flyers. Now they have landscape flyers and they have portrait flyers. Okay. You can do either one. I like to do landscape for printing purposes, right? Because I get mine printed out. Wait, why did I did not mean to say landscape. Y'all forgive me. I don't even know why I thought about that and read that out like that. I meant to say portrait. Let me refresh this. Because as soon as you select something, Canva gonna create it for you. So we're gonna move that to trash. And yeah, keep it pushing. Okay, girl, I'm moving slow. All right, so we're gonna create a design, and we're gonna type in flyers, and I like to do portrait. That's what I meant to say, y'all. All right, so boom. Somebody tell me what their brand colors are. Not Whitney, because we designed for Whitney earlier. So somebody else.
Black and gold.
Okay, black and gold. What's up? Black and gold. That's gonna be so easy. Cause I be doing black and gold. So literally for black and gold, the reason why it's gonna be easy is because I can just type in gold. And this is the one I be using all the time, or I might use that one. It just depends. But you could just type in gold, bro, and everything's gonna come up. That's a gold. But I can show you how to make gold metallic, or if somebody else has a different color. And I'm gonna just show y'all that real quick, but we're gonna go with black and gold. So let me show y'all that real quick. Because first of all, this is just me, but when you make anything metallic or you make it look like three-dimensional, it just automatically boosts the quality. That's just my humble opinion. Y'all can call me on that or not if y'all want to, or put your opinion in the chat. But this is just me and how I like to design. It just makes everything look that much more polished. So I could pick a random color, y'all. Let's do orange. Ooh, that's bright. I'm gonna go to elements and I'm gonna type in fade. So you're gonna catch a fade. And I'm gonna choose this circular one right here. And I know that looks ugly right now, but just trust the process. So I'm gonna make it real big. And you see how dense that inner part is? I like to just kind of phase that guy out because it's like irrelevant. I'm actually gonna change this to, where's my white? White. Sometimes if it looks too harsh, I will actually make this just a tad bit transparent. Like that. And then I'm just gonna duplicate this. Again, we're gonna work smarter, not harder. So I'm gonna duplicate that. I'm just gonna put it in random places around the sheet. No rhyme or reason, nothing crazy. I'm gonna make some of them smaller than others, right? Like we just gonna play with it. Let's put one over here. Let's make that real small. Let's do like that. And then let's actually put another one up here. And I'm gonna put one like dead in the center. But I'm actually gonna take this and make it a lot more transparent. Okay. So you see how they give you like some more like definition or dimension. It's not like normal. like just flat. It's not flat. That's the word that I'm trying to use. And I'm gonna take some of these away because they look crazy. Actually, these smaller ones look crazy. Okay, that's better. You can make them uniform if you want to, or you don't have to. It's up to you. So if I'm doing something like orange and I want it to look more metallic, I'm gonna do it like this. If I'm doing a bright color and it's not orange, like let's say I'm doing white or like a soft pink, then I'm actually gonna change these to black. And I'm gonna make it transparent. Like real transparent. Probably make that bigger. Or you can go with the white, right? So either way it's gonna look metallic. But I'm gonna show you how it looks with the black. I actually be doing mine like this. I'm just duplicating it, y'all, and moving it around the page. So see how that gives it kind of like shadows and highlights? It kind of gives it like more dimension. That gives you like more of a metallic feel. So again, like I told y'all can make any color look metallic. You do not have to sit there and be like, oh, everything got to look flat and opaque. You could do anything to make any color, any flat color look metallic. All you need is something that's like a gradient, like how we made the gradient color in type gradient, or how we just made this fade a gradient. Same difference, right? So now I just wanted to show y'all that real quick for people who don't have already metallic colors like silver or gold. But if you are, I did not mean to do that. If you have silver or gold in Canva, you can literally just type in silver, or you can type in gold, or you could actually type in metallic pink. And it'll come back with things like this. Right. But like I said, these colors might be a little bit more hard to find. So you might have to create that for yourself if pink is your color. Right. So this is just, me and my design bag, and how, like, you see, like, this is pretty much what I just did. But they put like some little, it's like an overlay on this, like some little specks all over it. But it's literally almost exactly what I just did. But you can make any color metallic. So let's go with gold. I'm just gonna click on that, boom, right click it, set images background. Now I got a gold background, right? If I don't want my whole background to be gold like that, then I can just place my gold elements where I want them, right? Like that. Let me actually do this because I need these colors from these hex codes. So if I just want gold words, then I'm going to go to type gradient. Remember, I told you I don't have to do everything metallic. You just want certain things to stand out. So who said black and gold? Was that you, Victoria?
Brian.
No.
Oh, it's Brian. Okay, Brian, what's your focus?
You saying my focus would be, let's go with can it be like travel purposes? Anything dealing with travel?
Yeah, that's
travel.
All right, travel perks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, boom. So we got travel perks. You can actually change this font, y'all, but Anton is a good standard font. Like I said, that people can read. It don't look crazy. It looks good when you're doing gradients. But if you wanted to change it to something else, I think, do they got babies? They do. They got this one, so it's a little bit thinner if you wanted to do that. So let's try that one. Okay, so we got travel perks. And we're going to change our color. So the reason why I got this up is for an example, because when I get here, oh wait, I lied. Hold on, y'all. Because I got to get the hex codes for what this gold is. So we're all smart individuals here. So that's why I'm telling y'all like the ins and outs. I can eyeball it if I want to, but that might not always be the best thing for you to do. And I'm going to show you why. So the value of this gold is going to be a little bit more on the orange side. I'm kind of close. And I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to make it this one. Right? And then it has like some lighter gold elements in there. So we're going to go towards yellow, but still kind of orange a little bit, so to speak. So it's more like sandy. Because orange and blue ultimately makes brown. So I'm going to go with like that. Now, remember when I told y'all if it's concentrated like that, it kind of look crazy. So I'm going to just kind of move that out a little bit. And do my little 1, 2. And let's add it to the design and see what it looks like. It's pretty close. But it's not like the way that I would like my gold to look. I'm going to just be honest with y'all. So I might need to add some more values and actually move this here a little bit closer in. And then I'm going to add a few. Add some out here. All you have to do is type inside this bar and it's going to add another one for you. So I need to make this a little bit darker. And I'm going to take that shade and type out here. All right. So that looks more gold. What y'all think?
Yes, I love it.
Because that first one, it's gold, but it's a little cheesy. This one looks more like metallic, in my opinion. So again, you can play with like the amount of that darker value that you see, if you want to, or you can, do however you want to do it. But this is how I would do mine. Or let's update it. Okay, that looks better. All right, so we're gonna go with travel perks. So let's say you said black and gold. Let's do black. Oh, that really look good. Okay, then, y'all. That black made it pop. So remember I said that if I wanted to like add shadows or make this stand out more than what I would have to do, because if I click on it now, this is the only way that I'll be able to edit it, y'all. But if I want this to be like, if it was on a white background and I wanted it to stand out more, then what I would do is I would actually just take this and I would download this with a transparent background and I would use that word. But because this is on black, it's fine. Since I want my black to look a little bit more metallic, okay, I'm going to add some of those elements that I told y'all about. Or we could just type in metallic black and see what comes up. So it has some options. The only thing I like about these is like the brush part. So it's really going to be up to you if you want to do that, or you could do it how I showed you. This is probably going to be like a better one. It's still a little bit grainy, but see, I don't like that. That's why I be doing stuff the way I do it. Yeah. I don't really like metallic black. Is that the one that I just chose? No, it's not. Yeah, I don't like that. All right, so I'm just going to go with what I know. And this was the fade element that I chose earlier. It's gray right now. We can actually use that gray. So I'm just gonna put my little 1, 2. Let me make this a little bit transparent because it's looking crazy. And actually, I'm gonna go ahead and make this white since I'm making it transparent. All right. And make that real big, and then get rid of that white halo. So can make that bigger. And I'm gonna just duplicate that. So boom, boom. All right, so that's a little bit more metallic. Is that position to the back? I need that position to the back behind there. Okay, boom. All right, travel perks. So what about travel perks, Breon? And while I'm at it, while we're thinking about travel, y'all, and I showed my team this the other night, but you can always come up with different things. So I'm gonna type luggage. Like when you think about travel, when you're designing, just go ahead and start calling out keywords in your head. So when you think about travel, you think about the world, you think about a map, you think about airplanes, you think about itineraries, you think about luggage, you think about palm trees and beaches, right? So it's so many different things that you could come up with around travel. So I'm going to do a few different elements that I like. Let's do gold luggage. Because this is what I had the other day, I think. Why is that? I did not spell that right. Breon, they took my little gold luggage away, honey.
Sure did, because I don't even see it was like 3
There
of
we
them.
go. This was just what, 2 nights ago? Girl is gone. Okay, so we don't have gold luggage today, y'all. That's okay. We're moving right along. So let's do a gold. Ooh, sorry, y'all. Gold globe. Mm. I don't like none of those. Let's do a gold world. I spelled that wrong. World map. I wanted something that was a little bit more thin line, like this. I don't like that one either, though. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Mm. All right, so they want to play around, but I'm gonna take this one anyway. I can make it look good. So I'm just gonna rotate this. Like when I start designing with stuff I don't like, I start throwing it on there any kind of way because I ain't gonna do nothing but cover it up. But you'll see nuances of it. Like you won't see the whole thing, but you'll see like certain nuances of it. Like maybe I just want Africa, right? I don't know, but I just started throwing stuff any kind of way. Trying to rotate it back a little bit. Okay. Oh, I see why I can't do that. Hold on, y'all. Let me get it together. Because I don't like this. And when I be designing with stuff I don't like, I just be doing anything. So y'all don't mind me. I wanted to have Africa there. So if you want to move like where you crop something, all you have to do is like press and hold or double click the image and then you can like move those things. So I'm going to do it like that. And I'm also going to make this transparent because I don't like it. But I need it, so to speak. Okay, you see that? Okay, you see it. It's coming together. All right, and then let's do a plane. Like, let's see if we can find a gold plane. You can do like a paper plane. That's cute sometimes. Or you can do like one of these. And it kind of closely matches that. I probably would change. Like I would go to edit And I will go to filters and see if I can get it to match like this a little bit better. So for me, it'd probably be that one, or we can play with the intensity a little bit. Okay, that might be more closely looking like how I need to look. What you want your travel perks to be about? I ain't know. Now I ain't, I'm not into travel, so it might be a little bit hard for me because it's a learning curve about that information.
Like where you can get your airfare, your meals. You can use the trip.
Oh, like
as a
writing
business.
off stuff.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Breon. Girl, you gotta let me know because you're a travel agent, girl. You know which way we was coming. Okay, so let me back up, y'all. Let me back up because I didn't do that right. I thought she was speaking about like the travel industry, which everything that I did is still relevant, but how I'm gonna position it is gonna be a little bit different. So I'm gonna say let's change this verbiage to tax travel perks. Travel tax perks? Tax travel perks. I'm gonna say tax travel perks. I don't like it. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, we could say save on taxes while traveling. What you think?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that. So because that's like all strung together and it's all on one little thing like that, I'm actually gonna like make this um on two lines, and then I reposition it so that it's aligned through the center versus to the right or to the left. And I'm gonna update that. So save on taxes while traveling. Right. I got my little plane, my little Monopoly plane right here. Make that smaller because we're gonna put some words on here. And we're gonna get some money because money always looks good on a flyer when we're talking about taxes. I be trying to find a new $100 bills, but they be playing with me. Oh, I just seen some. Hold on. Boop. You can do this one if you want. I'm gonna remove the background. Them stacks crispy, y'all. I'm gonna flip it. I wanna flip it. But if I flip it, then the font gonna be wrong. So then that mean I need to move my plane, bro. See, I don't want to do all that. Let me see. I ain't gonna lie, like half of designing is literally just playing with elements and making it how you want to make it. Just FYI. And I really don't like them stacks of money because they so tall. Do I like that? I don't like that either, I don't think. If I was gonna do that, I would probably chop half of it off and just have it down here at the bottom. I ain't even gonna lie. All right, and then I'm gonna put an element down here at the bottom so I can have like your contact information. So I'm actually gonna choose this. I'm gonna make this black, and I'm actually gonna change this into a gradient. So I'm gonna click on it again, go to gradient. It's gonna pre-select a gradient for you actually, and I'm gonna use this one, and I'm gonna spread that guy out like that. And I actually want it to be thinner. And we're gonna bring that to the bottom right here. So you'll be able to put your contact information right there if you wanted to. Or you can make that gold. I just didn't because the plane is already gold. The words is already gold. We already got something gold in the background. So I'm just trying to break up the monotony. I'm going to position this plane forward because I kind of like when I see like a little overlapping. I don't know. That's just me. I be tripping, y'all. Don't mind me. So save on taxes while traveling. Breon, have you researched that topic? What we gonna put on here?
Yes, hold on. I gotta pull up my chat. You can see. Okay. Well, you can get it on your airfare. Well, you can say use your airfare, your business trip as a whole, meals, and like your car, your like taxi car fee. You can,
Travel.
yeah.
Okay. Let's see this. So we'll do no mileage, meals, room and board, or lodging.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Lodging. Let me make these flush to the left. Slide to the left. All right. Mileage, meals, lodging. Anything else?
Well, airfare, does that go on the mileage? No.
Oh, no, you're right. I'm sorry. I forgot you said it. Airfare.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh,
Those are the ones.
all right. And then I'm going to go over here back to my elements. I'm going to type in gold. And I'm going to choose this because that was close to what we used. I'm going to make this smaller. And it's not quite on point. That's why I told y'all like I wanted to get the actual hex codes for this instead of eyeballing it, but we did a pretty good job. I'm gonna just try to make this as close as possible through editing via filters. Ooh, whoa, that's better. Okay, that's pretty close. So here I'm going to say, um, save on travel. I say, let's see, business reduction. Business reductions. And y'all don't have to keep this same font that I'm keeping. Mind y'all, like we use Bebis, Bebis. So you can always do that. I'm gonna change the line spacing and make that bigger. Also make this bulleted. Oop. Oh, okay. So save on taxes while traveling, business deductions. That white is fading into this yellow a little bit for me. So I'm gonna always go to effects and I'm gonna lift it so that it can stand out a little bit better. Okay. So then you can do your mileage, your meals, your lodging, your airfare, and you can say contact us. Oop, that is not what I wanted to do, y'all. Oh Lord, what am I doing? Okay, there we go. This is basic, but it's still nice and it's clean and it gets straight to the point, right? You can always put more over here. Like if we had a picture of Breon, I'm just go grab somebody. Uh, That's a realistic picture. So we're gonna remove her background. I don't know why I did that. Background remover. Well, we're gonna put her behind the money. And we could stand to make her a little bit bigger actually. And we're gonna put her in front of this part. So I'm actually gonna pull this. I don't like that. Hold on. Here we go. To the back. So that actually looks really nice. I don't know if I want that to be like right here.
So did you put professional, or would that be like where I would add my picture?
You can add your photo right here, but I typed in black professional over here in elements and I just scrolled down and it got a plethora of like black men and women with
Okay.
realistic photos that you can choose if you don't want to use your own face or you just are tired of seeing, because you know when you take business photos you kind of want to use them sparingly, right? Because you don't want to oversaturate everything with like your business photos all the time, because you know you only take like a certain amount. It's not like you got a photographer clocking you every week. So that's just my opinion. But so I try to use like other people's faces and stuff like that too, or if I need to grab AI. But I really like how realistic she looked because she got her nails done, you know, she got her makeup on, and you know, just getting some realistic looking people, not people like this.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with these people, but this is more like for a presentation to me. This is more like for a flyer, in my opinion.
I got you.
Okay. So that's, you know, and then you can put like your business name up here. Beyond, what's your business name?
For tax purposes, it's wealth first.
Is what?
Wealth first together, like one word.
All right. And we just gonna space that out a little bit. Make that look a little, you know, zoom zoom. And we're gonna make that unbolded. Click out of it first. And smaller. So you can put that, you know, like that. And then there's your flyer. Now, this is not something that I would print. This is like a social media flyer for me. I'm gonna show y'all how to quickly make templates because we only got a few more minutes. If this was like my business, right, and I created this for my business, which it looks really good, I would go ahead and duplicate this page, right, and then I would probably take everything off of here, including the background. So now everything's white. So I'm gonna change all my fonts that were white to black. And we're gonna kick it like that. So now you got this. And then all you would have to do is add a shadow to her. So we go to edit, go to shadow, go to drop. We're gonna move the angle because we want to drop on the other side. Hold on, y'all. Let's get it right, get it tight. All right. So, and I'll probably add a drop shadow to this money too. Just so that it stands out, you know? So now we got a drop shadow on money. We got a drop shadow on her. Everything is still the same. Nothing crazy. Then I would turn around and say, okay, cool. Like you don't always have to have these words, but it's good for you to keep them. Because you can go over here. You already got your taxes together. I mean, not your taxes, Lord. You already got your gradient together. So all you have to do now is just change out the wording. Okay, quick and simple. So let's say if I was going with, did not mean to do that. I'm going to duplicate this page. Say if I was going with what Whitney was talking about earlier, and I would just be like, stay at home moms, and update that. So then I could do that. I'm gonna just make that bigger, make it more centered, change this. Oh, I forgot to change that to black. Well, actually, I'm not gonna do that because I'm about to change this background back to black. I can change it back to black. Boom, stay at home moms. And we know that we said that they can do child, I forgot. Okay, office equipment. Um, utilities, office supplies, um, I think you can also do what's the word, renovations, certain renovation, right? And then I'll take all of this off. So then I'm like, all right, bye plane, bye Africa, um, bye you. I might keep the money there. I need to bring this down. Stay at home moms, business deduction, still got your name up there, still got contact us. Now I'm about to go over here and give me like a desk or something. So we'll say like gold desk. I knew I was reaching when I decided to say that. All right, that's cool. They ain't want to give me what I was looking for, but I like this pen though. So we're gonna use that pen. We're gonna, oh, it don't have no background on it. Cool, cool, cool. So we can rotate that, right? And move it. You know, there might be something you want to throw in there and get rid of the money because you're talking to stay-at-home moms. I don't know. Might want to extend this out. Oops. And then change this actually so it can be more like of the same type of gold. Too bright. Flint's good. And we're gonna add a little shadow to it. A little 1, 2. Ooh. Okay, so when you add shadows, it normally makes the what you call it smaller, the element smaller. Just FYI, because it has to account for the shadow that it's making. So now I got a pen on there. Maybe I can add like a clipboard. And I'm gonna position that to the back. And if you wanted to, you can literally actually use this clipboard like this, and you can put these words on there. You just need to change like the orientation so that they fit, and then make it smaller and change the color, obviously. So you can do that if you wanted to. Make it bigger. But the name of the game is just pulling elements together that give a person a visual like understanding of what you're trying to convey. Right. So yes, I'm talking about stay-at-home moms. Stay-at-home moms normally have a what? An office. So while I'm talking about an office, I'm gonna pull a pen, I'm gonna pull a clipboard, I'm gonna put the information on here. You can contact me. I'm calling out my target audience. My business name is here, and then this is what I'm talking about. Right? It's all black and gold. So we just made that in like we just made this flyer in like 3 minutes versus us trying to how long it took us to design the first one, right? And all I did was duplicate the page, took some things away, added some more things, changed certain colors here and there, and then boom, I got a whole new flyer, but it's still in tandem with my brand. So now when I'm looking at it all together like that, you see it looks good versus it being like all over the place. The fonts are the same, the feel is the same, and it's like one cohesive type of template for my branding. right? So this is how you create templates for your brand so that you're not having to go out and recreate a whole bunch of new graphics. If you want to do something new, it's 9:00. Now, if y'all want to leave, y'all can. I'm going to still get y'all to replay, but I'm going to just do this real quick. If I wanted to do something new, let's do, I'm going to type in fade. And this purple one, y'all, is the only gradient that is editable, okay, as an element without you having to create it. Just FYI. So I'm going to just make this as big as possible. And I actually want this to be the other way. Let me turn that back around, show you. And I'm going to make this more of a sunset. So I want it to be like that. Nice gradient. I'm going to get me some palm trees. Do I want to do that? Let's do background over. Got some palm trees. Right? Maybe I got one of these. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff on it. Like I told y'all, I'll just be throwing stuff on there and seeing if I like it, how it look. I'm going to put this on the other side. So I'm going to flip it. Flip it. There we go. And I'm going to remove the background from that one too. All right. So I could do that. Or I could even pull this. This is beautiful actually. And make that the background. And make it transparent too. And get rid of that one. And now I don't like these. So I could do that, you know, however you want to do it. And then I could still be talking about travel. I could talk about travel all over again if I wanted to. I have no idea where my mouse is. But if I wanted to go back up, you know, back to talking about travel, this is a little bit different. This is more realistic. And so now I'm actually going to get a plane. Right? And maybe I want some yellow clouds. Okay, all right. Okay, Canva. And I'm just going to duplicate that. So when you feel like you want to like make a continuation of something, sometimes what I'll do is I'll like duplicate it and just make it smaller, even though it's the same, or you can even flip it and it'll just look different. See how that look different from that, even though it's the same image? And if you want it to be like thicker because the clouds are not as opaque as they should be, then you could just layer it like one on top of the other one. Right? So now we got a plane flying through the sky, shawty. You know, I'm going to add another one over here, just a little bit, a little razzle dazzle. And maybe I just want this corner right here or something, you know, just so I can have a complete sky. And I'm going to duplicate this one and bring it up here, flip it horizontally and take it behind the plane. Backwards. When you're designing, it's just going to be whatever looks cohesive to you. So now I got like a real live sky right there. And I just, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little yellow clouds that I put on there. And then now I can come through with my words like I had them earlier. And instead of, like I told you guys, instead of me going in and actually recreating all this stuff, I can actually just pull it from right here. So I could just hit Control C, like highlight it first and then hit Control C. And then I can come down here and hit Control V and it's still there, right? Right. So maybe I want this to look a little bit more corporate and not so like flyer like, right? I just want it to be like a promo, but very subtle. I can do this and have like my contact information right here. I can unbold that, spread out my letters. Oops. Okay. And I'm gonna actually make this smaller. And then we can put like, let's get wealth first, highlight it first, Control C, bring it down. And the good thing about Control C and Control V is wherever it was on that other flyer is gonna be in the exact same space on a new flyer when you hit Control V. And I'm gonna just change it to black so that it stands out better. Right? So this is more like corporate, not so promo-y, very subtle, right? And then you can put your caption however you want to. So how y'all feeling about these designs, and how y'all feel about like recycling one thing to create like a template for yourself, so that you can repurpose them and everything like that?
Definitely helpful. It's definitely gonna save some time, and kind of like you said, make sure that everything stays cohesive with your brand. So great tips.
Perfect. So the thing about it, like, I know that designing by yourself can be tedious, and everything does not have to be a design, y'all. Because when I don't feel like designing, like I said, I'll go to one of my old designs and I'll just repurpose that, change the wording around, maybe add some new elements, take some things away, or just change the background color from black to white. And then it's brand new to everybody else, but it's old to me. Right. And like I said, I know that the things that I may have taught you guys tonight might be a little tedious, or it even might be more advanced than you're willing to want to do. But all I can say is play around with it. Because guess what? When you go to hire a graphic designer, they're going to want to know what your elements are. They're going to want to know what your hex codes are. They're going to want to know what your colors are. They're going to want to know what your brand audience is like, all these different things. And say if you had a social media manager that also specializes in graphic design, if they're not designing with the intent to sell or the intent to engage, then you're going to still have to monitor them, and you're still going to have to do double work, and you're not going to be satisfied. So you're going to be just dumping money into a graphic designer or a social media manager, and they're not conveying the idea that you want them to convey. So even if you don't turn this into a profitable skill for yourself, right? Because this is the thing. What I just taught y'all was flyers and stories, and that's just specifically for your business. But what if times got hard, right? And you like, shoot, I need a transferable skill. I'm finna start graphic designing for people, right? I just showed you guys how to do that very easily. And this skill can do that for you. So this right here, this one, hold on. This one could be like an ebook cover, right? And then you can turn that into an ebook. This could be a billboard, right? So, like, say if I did resize, I don't know what a billboard is, but we can see. There we go, billboard.
So is it best to make it? Is this landscape you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it best to make them like landscape when you doing
This
flyers.
this one is portrait. This is portrait. Landscape is gonna be like how this looks, but like sideways.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
I'm about to open this up in a billboard sense so you can see what I'm talking about. Like, this look crazy, right? Because now, like, it's just a flyer like right here in the middle of a billboard. Now imagine somebody driving past and they looking at this. They're not gonna really, I mean, it kind of look good actually, but we're gonna do better. So like, this is a really good one. This is billboard worthy right here. And I'm actually going to take this and put it all on the same line because we got all that room. So now we got that. I'm just gonna make this huge, right? Because we got all this room now. So you don't have to stay like in those small confines of just a flyer. And then I'm gonna select all this stuff right here, and I'm gonna make it as big as I can. Because I want my clouds to extend over the entire top of my billboard, right? And we may have to make some changes. So now I would actually have to go back and fix this gradient that I had on the background and make that as big as possible because it needs to cover the full billboard. And sometimes it's a beast to do that, y'all, but y'all bear with me because I don't have my mouse. I'm using my fingers and my trackpad. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring this gradient up because I need save on taxes while traveling to stand out more than what it's looking like. There we go. That's better. All right. So we got that. I'm gonna move these clouds right here out the way because I need the save on taxes part to be standing out. So we're just gonna make our little sky look a little bit, whatever, whatever. I'm gonna take my brand name and I'm gonna put it here, right? Because I need it out the way. And I'm actually gonna switch this, like flip it. This is actually a nice billboard, so don't say I ain't never gave y'all nothing. I'm gonna put this behind the plane.
How did you change it from the? What did you go to change it from portrait to? Oh, Jesus.
Right here, you see where it says resize?
What? Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
When I click on resize and I typed in, so I didn't know the dimensions for a billboard, so I just typed in billboard, and Canva brought me back all these different billboard options.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So now, I got my little travel plane, save on taxes while traveling. I'm gonna just make my plane a little bit smaller, I guess. I actually liked it big. But anyway, and I'm gonna change this to white so that it stands out. And I'm probably gonna make it bold again. Now you got a billboard. So you just resized it. You didn't do nothing different. You just went in and repositioned your elements and, you know, made things look however they needed to look so that they could stand out and change some of the colors. And boom, you went from a flyer to a billboard. So we had a flyer over here, right? Now we got a billboard. So that's why I always want to tell y'all, like, I'm all about, like, I could tell, okay, so y'all are moms, right? Like, because I got little ones. I got a 4-year-old, 8 and 9. I hear babies, toddlers, right? I don't have time, y'all. I really don't. The only time I really be designing is when I'm like in my feelings and I want to zone out. And then that's when I start like getting in my bed, or of course, like when I'm teaching or I need to design for somebody else. But other than that, like I'm not going to be wasting all my time on doing stuff like this. Now, another really cool hack that I use to save time. Say if this was the flyer that I wanted to post tomorrow, I'm gonna go over here on notes and I'm gonna have my chat GPT. I'm gonna have it make my now I showed my team how to get they captions and stuff, and they're really good. But if y'all want that, y'all can let me know. I'll give it to y'all for $10. But I am gonna give y'all the video backgrounds for free. So, but anyway, I could put my notes over here would be my caption. So while I'm throwing this in Facebook and I get over here and I'm like, okay, so today is the 11th, so I'm gonna put mine in for this one is the 12th. I'll put the date up here where it has the title. I'll say like, what's today? Wednesday? I'll say Thursday. 12 24, right? Interesting numbers. 12 12 24. Baby, I'm about to add another stream of income. Yes, do it, please, Breon. Like y'all saw what I posted the other day. I made $1,400 a month just making flyers I was making flyers for that lady Instagram, and I was posting them on her platforms for her, and she was paying me $1,400 a month. That event that I did, all I did was design the stuff in Canva. She got it printed out. She did all of that. I just designed it in Canva, and it wasn't that hard. You'll give us what for $10? So I will give y'all the list. I have 400 text topics for posts. The way that these posts are structured, and I'll give y'all the prompt. The way that these posts are structured is to teach people and to also paint you as the authority. I'm not trying to say you ain't got to know what you're talking about, but it's gonna lay it out for you so that people are like so that you're speaking to their specific situation. So like right now we're talking about traveling. Like, so while we're talking about traveling, we could be talking about traveling agents, We could talk about people who travel on business. We could be talking about travel nurses. We could be talking about digital nomads. We could be talking about people who have worked in different states, right? Traveling from state to state, working from home. Like, it gives you all these different opportunities, and the prompt is what is the goal. The prompt, you can change out your audience, you can change out your topic, you can change out what you want them to know or whatever it is, and it's gonna spit you back like really in-depth information in order for you to make these posts. And then if you got the capability to make these like this real quick, how I showed you guys, we've been on what for 2 hours and 15 minutes now, and I'm gonna let y'all go because I know it's getting late. But we've been on for 2 hours and 15 minutes. You already made 1, 2, 3, 4 flyers. You made three stories, and you made 1 billboard. So it really is lucrative, y'all. I say all the time, like, I'm always going to teach people transferable skills. I'm never just going to teach you something one-dimensionally, because guess what? It's always people on the internet talking about, can you make me an ebook? Who has an ebook template available? You could sell this stuff on Etsy. Like Victoria said at the very beginning, she was like, she has some knowledge about Canva from Etsy or whatever. You could turn around and repurpose all this stuff and put it on Etsy. All of my old designs, when I'm done with them for the year, they're going to go right on Etsy, and I'm going to resell that stuff for whatever. The only thing with Etsy is you need to make sure your SEO is correct. If your SEO is correct, that stuff is going to sell on autopilot. I know I spent a whole year one time without looking at my Etsy. I didn't do nothing to it. I didn't update anything. I didn't change none of my tags out or do anything. I won't say I woke back up, but I went back into my Etsy for no reason. It was $78 in there. I didn't do anything to the store. Like, you do have to maintain your Etsy store, but you really only have to update it like once a month or like once a quarter, depending on how you like to have your store or whatever. But you're going to make, like, I call them sleep coins. You're going to make money in your sleep. So them $78 could have been like a water bill, you know? If I was tight, that could have been a couple of meals for my kids. You know, and I know somebody probably like, oh, that's chump change, but you didn't work for it. You did one thing one time and people bought it multiple times. That's how residual income works. It's not like you don't get massive amounts of residual income overnight. It just accrues over and over and over again. And then when you look back in there, of course, you want to maybe have it transferred to like a high yield savings account or something like that, so it can also accrue like more interest. But what I'm saying is, it just keeps accruing without you even looking at it. And that's the type of money that I like to make. I don't like to keep looking at stuff. So my goal for the Rich Off Taxes group that you guys are in really is to teach people how to get this digital game down pat for taxes. Because let's be honest, like, we all tax professionals in here. Tax professionals will buy the shirt off of anybody's back if they feel like it's going to grow their business. That's obvious. We can see that happening every day in the marketplace, right? So if you have profitable information that is not diluted and that's lucrative to how they want to grow their tax business, they're going to buy it. Not only for the seasoned tax pros, y'all realize that we're on a bubble too. And I told my team this several times. Y'all got, or if you're new to the tax industry, you got in at the right time, because it is a bubble right now. That means everybody and their mama trying to join the tax industry. You can make money off the newbies by selling them something that is profitable, by selling them something that is going to help further their business. And so the Rich Off Taxes group, that's why it's a digital boss. Like, it's not, it ain't got nothing to do with doing taxes. I don't want to always make money doing taxes. So this is going to be another way for you to make income without even looking. Once the thing is made, you can duplicate it over and over and over again. You don't have to remake anything. You can duplicate it, you can resell it, you can sell the rights to it, you can change the fonts, you can change the back. Like, it's endless. The combinations are endless. And like I said, what I taught y'all tonight is intermediate. We haven't even gotten into advanced. Now we got talking AI, you know, now we got actual like things that look like commercials. We got realistic AI people, different things like that. We haven't even gotten into those things. We right here. This is the intermediate part. And there's still a lot of money to be made in the intermediate area as well. So I definitely taught you guys another stream of income tonight. If it wasn't something that was already on your list, you could do this, and you could start an Etsy store with the stuff that I taught y'all tonight. So who was designing along with me? I want to know. And I'm asking because I want to see you guys' designs.
I wasn't necessarily designing along. I was going along with you,
Okay.
so I could see it. If I tend to do it, I can remember one.
I got you. Was anybody designing along with me? It's okay if you weren't, but you know that you guys will have access to the replay and you'll be able to do that. But you'll only get better as you actually do it yourself. Or keep this in mind, if you don't want to and you want to teach somebody else, like say if you got a cousin, sister, brother, a child that's like 19 years old and you want to teach them something, show them this video and they could be your graphic designer. They could be your person. Put them on payroll. You can show this to your VA. You can show this to your office manager. You can show this to your assistant. You can show this video to whomever you want to so that they can learn how to do this the way that you want them to do it. Right? Because I like for my graphics to look premium. I don't like for my graphics to be looking crazy and having weird fonts and ugly colors that don't go together. And I don't like for my pictures to be having sharp corners on them without blended edges. Like I'm a snob when it comes to stuff like that. So you could definitely. Okay, Brianna said she about to put her daughter on. Yeah, it's like I put my niece and my nephew on so they know how to do this stuff too. Like I had at one point, y'all had everybody in my family with an Etsy store. I was like, y'all want me to make y'all an Etsy store? You can make some money. They wasn't trying to maintain it and they didn't want to do anything with it. So they made like minimal income, but it was still something that, you know, they were able to have and they were able to make money from it. I'm not gonna do all the work. All I can do is bring it to an opportunity. Okay. So do you guys have any questions for me?
How much are you doing the replay for? Did you go over there, or is that something I asked you on the side so I can go, advertise it?
The replay is $35. They could just go purchase it. I'm gonna update it probably between today and tomorrow so that they can just automatically get the replay. I gotta wait for the replay to actually download. And let me start recording actually. Oh, where is it?